I've been involved personally in elections for the last 25 general elections here, literally for half a century. I've run for office many times myself. I'm close to people on both sides of the aisle, and I've just never seen church people coming forward in the numbers that they are this year.
The City of London is in the dock. A series of scandals, from the rigging of interest rates to alleged aiding of money laundering, has battered the reputation of Europe's leading financial centre and perhaps inevitably fueled calls for more regulation. Is London heading for a fall?
Investment projects as well.
Okay, now that's, I suppose, very positive. One of the great concerns that people outside China always have is whether this money is being well spent, whether this is just wasteful overcapacity, and I suppose that's particularly true when people talk about the metals markets. I mean, what evidence do we have about demand for metals?
Well, you mentioned overcapacity, and there's no more stark an example of overcapacity in China than in the steel industry.
Okay, we have another chart to illustrate this.
In the steel industry, even the official number for overcapacity is 160 million tonnes of steel overcapacity.
So that's the number that they're admitting to?
That's the number they're admitting to. A lot of people think that it's more like 200 million tonnes, which is an astronomical figure. It's about America plus Japan's production, annual production combined. This is overcapacity in production capacity, but the inventories are also very high indeed. This is steel sitting in the backyards of factories all over China is about 14 million tonnes at the moment, and as you can see from the chart, it's much, much higher than it was back in 2007. This is a very, very high number. So what we're saying is that even if investment in building sites picks up, and investment in building railways, etc., picks up, it will not necessarily have a big supporting effect on steel production.
A couple of years, and that's what they've really been trying to control. Obviously, a lot of investors would love China to kind of throw in some more money to spur the economy along, but China knows that's a bad idea right now. Local governments are really struggling. There's been big land sales lately. So they know that they can't just turn back to investment, infrastructure investment, to spur things along.
And they don't want to bubble the curling in the property market, for example.
Well, exactly. And property now is becoming a kind of more contentious issue because they know that they don't want prices to get out of control, but they know that the economy is slowing, and they're being quite adamant not to loosen too much in that area. And they're sticking to their guns on that, which is annoying many investors.